Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Tuplex. All right, we're getting some research done now. I've queued up all the research that are not specific or that are not upgrades, because I want to get the achievement for. Whoops, wrong one. I want to get the achievement for researching all technologies. And I think you get that. I think you get that when you research every different tech. Like, I don't think you need, for example, I mean, I could be wrong about this, but I don't think you need to max out like lab research speed to get that. Although I could be wrong. We might need to get everything that's not infinite. But we'll find out. So the ones we have left are the Covarex enrichment, uranium ammo, space science packs, and atomic bombs. So, speaking of atomic, I would like to start processing uranium today. So let's get that going. I'll just run over to where our uranium patch is, the one that we have within our own walls, which I almost didn't notice. Looks like our iron patch is almost done. Uh-oh. That's not good. It says my train is out of fuel. How did it run out of fuel? There must be something wrong with my train station. Okay, let's try to avoid those guys. All right. I don't have any rocket fuel, so I'll just give it a little bit of solid fuel to get it back. Let me get inside the wall so I don't get annihilated. And then let's take a look at that train stop and see why it's not getting fueled up. That's curious. Why is it not getting fuel? It must be the location of this belt. Okay, well, let's go and fix that real quick before we get to the uranium. But it seems like maybe that belt is not close enough to the center of the train. Do. All right. Yeah, that's still got some coal left. All right, so let's move this a little bit closer. Well, I guess I'll just do that for now. Okay, let's see if that works. Whew, there we go. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's unusual. I didn't realize that was an. I've never seen that problem before this version, so I don't know if that's a new limitation on where you can fuel or not. But it is working. No, it's not working up here either. All right, go back to unload. Yeah, see, this is not. Well, maybe it is. Okay. Yeah, I guess that one is okay. All right, there we go. That's better. Okay, well, let's get to mining some uranium. I'm going to need some mining drills, so let's go grab some of those. Actually, I can pick up a few here. This is nearly completely mined out. Okay. Wonder how we're doing on storage. I think we're doing okay, but I'm going to add some more storage chests. Just to make sure we don't run out. Okay. Oh, well, and the other thing I'm going to need to make are centrifuges, so let's do that while we're here too. Let's see. So for that we need concrete, which we can pick up over here. I guess I'll make, what, like 4 of them? Let's get some more gears. Oh, no. No. Let's pick up lots of gears. There we go. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if we need more, we'll make more. I want to make sure that I have enough to completely keep up with however much uranium we can mine over here. All right, so let's clear away the rocks and the trees in the immediate area. And we want to get as many drills on here as we can. Okay, that's 5. We could go to the slightly denser configuration. Which would be like this. Oh. There we go. Okay. And then you power it like this. Actually, I might even be able to get all these. There. Okay. So let's get some power hooked up. And then we need to get some acid brought over. Let's take a look at our mining speed here. These are 0.5 per second. Okay, so I think yellow belts. Well, first of all, let's think about where we want to do the processing. I think we should do the processing close to here, but I think it might be better to do it on the left side since I've got more room over there. So let's bring the belts out that way. 3. There, and now we'll have 3 nearly evenly loaded belts. And then I'll merge these all into a single red belt. Okay, and then we'll need to get the acid hooked up. Okay, so these need to be connected. All right. That should take care of it. All right. Where can we pick up acid? Acid is over there. All right, so why don't we come down to just over here. All right, it'll be something like that. And I'll just bring it down next to this rail. Actually, I don't want it right next to it because I'm going to have to jump over it. So let's give ourselves a space so that we can make a turn. Or maybe it would be good if I just follow this oil line so that we have all of our pipes together. I think that'll be better. Whoa. I almost got another achievement just now. One of the achievements is to get killed by a train. I suppose this is as good a time as any, right? Come and get me, pal. Okay, there we go. So we got the Watcher Step achievement. So I'll need to respawn and then go pick up my corpse. Uh-oh. Now the bots are all they're gonna try to refill all my stuff. So I gotta hurry up and pick up my body before they come back. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm outside the network now. That's good. Okay. Back in business. Where were we? Getting acid. Yeah, keep going. Acid's way over there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we want to come across over there. Okay. And then over this way. And we'll put a pump right there. Okay. Yeah, and they're all mining, so they're all connected. Again, these miners will, any two miners that are touching will move acid between themselves. So that's why we only need to connect these three isolated clumps. And that's also why we needed pipes in between these. Okay, so let's go start the processing. Okay, I already got my achievement, so we're done getting run over by trains until we get more shields, and then we'll try for the, what is it, Iron Golem. There's one where, yeah, here you go. Survive a hit of 500 or more. So the first hit that I took was 374. So if I give myself a couple more of these energy shields, then I just have to, you know, set myself up to where I can get hit by a train and not die and take more than 500 damage, and then we'll be able to get that achievement. Okay. So I'm just going to set up a couple centrifuges there, a couple centrifuges there, and we are going to tell these to do uranium processing. And I think we will want more of these. So we'll leave room. Actually, we'll blueprint some more of these. Okay, and these take 10 pieces of uranium per 12 seconds, so we can use a yellow inserter that can keep up with that with no problem. And then we'll put those as well on the outside. And what this is going to give us, every cycle it does, it'll give us either uranium-235 or uranium-238. And let's see. It doesn't show it here. I forget which is which, but the dark one is the one that is not, like, it's not highly radioactive. You can't make fuel cells from it. The one that we need is the bright green one, and there's a 0.7% chance from every cycle that we'll get one of those. So a little bit less than 1 out of every 100 cycles is going to give us the uranium, and I think it's 235. That's the one that we're after. So what's going to happen is we'll get this set up, and then we're going to have to wait a while before we have enough of the good uranium to start making fuel cells to power our reactor. Now this Covarex enrichment process that we're currently researching is a way that we can kind of amplify the amount of that good uranium that we get, because what that'll do, if we look at this recipe, that'll take 40 of the 235s and 5 238s, and it'll turn it into 41 235s and 2 238s. So we can essentially convert 3 uranium-238 into 1 uranium-235. So once you have both of those processes going, you can essentially make as much 235 as you want, as long as you keep the mining going. But as you probably noticed, you need 40 pieces of uranium 235 before you can even start that process. So we'll need to mine for a little while before we can really get all that going at full speed. All right, so I'm going to make 8 more centrifuges if I can get enough red circuits. I'll just steal it from these belts here. And then we need steel. They are rather expensive to make, as you can tell. We'll need more gears. There's one more. Oh no, no handcrafting of gears, please. We can just run down the line and grab a bunch. Okay, so that's 5. We need 3 more. I need more red circuits. There's 1, 2. And 1 more. Okay, that's 8 more. So that'll give us a total of 12. Which I think will be enough to process as fast as we're mining. That's really the goal here. All right. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then we'll output here on this side. All right, let's get it fired up. Okay, and now we have this nice green glow from the from all the uranium. All right, and then this is taking 10 inputs and condensing it down into 1 output. So that's why we don't need red belts coming out of here. We'll give it a few minutes and see if this can keep up. I might want to make a few more of these. Although it looks like these belts are starting to go down, so I think we do have enough here to keep up with the mining. All right, and then we can bring this down onto a belt. And then at this point, I usually just put these into chests. In fact, we could use bots for this. I think that'll be better actually to make this bot based. Because what's going to happen is we're going to accumulate tons and tons of the 238. See, there's 1 piece of 235. All right, so let's see. Do I want to use active providers? Yeah. So let's first set up some buffer chests. And then we're going to need roboports. Okay, I'll put these here for now since they got nowhere to go. All right. Yeah, so let's set up some buffer chests. So that's 10, right? So I'll set one to request 235. And we'll set that to 4800. And then I'll set all the others to request 238. And that's still not the right ratio, right? This is 10 to 1, but it's really going to come out 100 to 1. But for now, that'll be good. Actually, let's move this. We'll put this over here. Okay, and then we need to put in some roboports. So I'll put one right next to it. And then we just need to hook this up to the rest of our robot network so the logistics bots can get over there. There we go. Okay, and then so some logistics bots will come over, and so as this stuff comes out, it should be going into these buffer chests. Okay. Now another thing we can do to help this along is we can make some, we could put some speed modules in here. I don't think they take productivity modules. Oh, they do. Do we want to do that? I'll just leave it the way it is for now. In fact, if anything, I'll put speed in it because I really want to get... Okay, well, we don't need speed. We're keeping up with it. Maybe like 2 more of these would be a good idea. Let's make 2 more. And then I think we'll be able to keep up with the mining with no problem. That one's mined out. Cool. Yeah, we're almost done. I'm always happy when I mine out everything in the main base. I don't know why. I guess it's like a... It feels like an achievement of sorts. Okay, need more red circuits. Need 200 of those. Okay, gonna need more steel. And let's grab those gears again. All right, 1, 2. Ooh, we are running out of fuel for the smelting. I do have a lot of solid fuel here, don't I? We could put solid fuel in. Where am I adding the wood? Okay, yeah, let's request solid fuel as well. Okay, so that'll help. Okay. Yep, we still only have one. Well, let's do it like this, just in case we decide to add more later. They'll already be in the right place. There we go. Okay, yeah, so that'll be more than enough to keep up with our mining here. How big is this patch? 1.4. Okay, it'll last a little while. But, I mean, in my experience, a patch of this size, especially once we get the Covarex enrichment process running, should be more than enough to power us for quite a long time. We'll probably need to tap into this one as well at some point, but my experience is that even with a large base that consumes a lot of power, you don't need tons and tons of uranium. Now, if we were going to be making a lot of uranium ammo, which we're researching, that takes uranium-238. If we were going to be using a lot of uranium ammo, then that would change things a bit. But I'm not planning to use gun turrets, and the cannon shells are for tanks, and I don't really plan to use those either since I have artillery. So I don't expect that I'm going to be using uranium ammo. I might make some uranium rounds just to keep in my rifle. Now, atomic bombs, those could be useful. And I'll probably make at least a few of those. And those you fire with a handheld rocket launcher. I wish that we had atomic artillery, but there are some mods for that, but it's not built into the game as far as I know. Okay. Yeah. See, so after all this time, we still just had one piece of uranium-235, which is not very much, but it builds up over time. So now that we have this going, we can start working on expanding the base, expanding the walls. I've gotten some suggestions on how far to expand. I think we'll probably want to come out west far enough to grab these oil patches. Right? So maybe we can just mark the map with how far out we think we need to go. Right? So we'll probably want to come out at least this far, and then that'll capture some iron and coal, a lot of oil. We could come down as far south as here, which would grab this iron, more stone, yet more oil, and who knows whatever else is over here that we haven't seen yet. Whoa. And then, of course, we'll have this copper, some more stone, some more coal. And then we could go north, like maybe, geez, if we go up to here, that'll get us a couple more iron patches. Yeah, so let's go north up to there. And then to the east, we can go all the way over here. We can use this lake to help reduce the amount of wall that we need, and then we'll get more copper. We'll get a lot more copper, actually. Right, so let's make this our eastern extent. Yeah, so that's going to take a lot of work. The other thing that we can start doing is, even with just the artillery that we have, I can start bombing a lot of these nests that are within these walls. In fact, I think I might set up some additional artillery shell production so I can do that more quickly. And that's probably something that I'll probably just work on some of that off camera. Expanding the wall is going to take a while. And the other thing I'll do is once I have the walls moved out, I'll probably go to a better wall design that has more laser turrets. But what I'll do then is I'll build a rail around the entire wall with stops for an artillery train. So rather than having artillery turrets everywhere, we can just have a train that moves around and stops and just continually circles the base. And once a lap, it'll come back in to get more ammo and then just keep circling. And then every time it'll stop, it'll just shoot whatever new nests have appeared. And that way we won't need to have lots and lots of artillery turrets all over the place. We'll just need to have the train, and that should be able to take care of everything. So that's the plan. So I'll do some of that on camera. I'll do some of it off camera. If I have some time to play, but I don't have enough time to record an episode, I'll work on that. So you might see like this wall just kind of gradually build itself. And with a wall this size, I'm probably not going to want to make it one robot network like I have with the wall now. I'm going to want to isolate it into different networks so that we don't have, bots like flying all the way across the map. So we'll keep the robot network smaller and isolated, and then we'll have to have supply stops for each one of those to bring bots and repair packs and stuff. So we'll need to set up a supply train at some point. Okay, so we'll get to work on that next, and I'll see you soon. Bye.